Hello, Henshin Heroes. I'm here on TikTok, barely hanging on, you know what I'm saying? But much like my favorite Power Rangers, every season ends in a loss, but comes back stronger than before, right? So I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for y'all tuning in. Sorry that I'm late. Whatever the excuses are, we're here now, Rangers, and we rocking. So I'm grateful that y'all in my stream, that wherever you are, wherever you may be, we get to hang out. So let me go ahead and put how this show should be structured. Last time on the Texas Toku team. Our show. I definitely tell you all as one of the proud members of the family here, so while I may be a Red Ranger, you may be any other color, Six Ranger otherwise, then I welcome you to advice as well. So, every other Henshin hero, I want to hear from the top of the month, from the top of the top of the top of Tokyo Tower, from the top of here to the Henshin here, right? So, you don't know me. All right, Henshin heroes, let's get it. Let's get it. We got here to Henshin. Oh, I forgot. I got a camera right here, and I'm awkwardly doing all sorts of hand gestures. But yeah, again, I'm here on TikTok. I was trying to get on Instagram as well. That wasn't working. A lot of peril, but we adapt. So, of course, y'all should always keep me up to date on what's going on in your life, in your segment of Henshin. Just like, you know, like imagine us being our own Sentais, right? Like each one of y'all have different tastes, have different things you're reporting from, different experiences, and it'll always help better our hot pot, you know what I'm saying? So feel free to provide information here on YouTube in chat, or go ahead, hop in wherever you feel comfortable, and we will make it happen, right, heroes? You know what I'm saying? So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into today's festivities, right? So, of course, we're going to start every episode, right? You know what I'm saying? And catch up on the news and things that are most important to y'all. What? Wait, bro, that's crazy. So, okay, where was Kawhi? Because I know he wasn't with the Spurs. I'm sorry, I checked out when Leonard left us in the Spurs, bro. But yeah, he's with the Nets now. That's wild. Sorry. yeah, I do care about basketball, but yeah, that's. I mean, get that bag, dude. Get that bag. I'm gonna be honest. But over here at Tokusatsu, and we're gonna catch up on the news of the paradigm here. So if y'all haven't caught up with the Kaiju Matsuri, right? Here in San Antonio, we're gonna have a Kaiju convention called Kaiju Matsuri. Kaiju Matsuri is an absolutely free. Let me go ahead and put this up for y'all. We just chatting and chilling. So let me go ahead and bring that up. The homies at More Phenomenal Expo are putting on Kaiju Matsuri at Wonderland of America Malls. That's going to be out in September. Let me go ahead and see what day that is. September 13th, 14th at the Wonderland of America Malls. Again, it's a free event, so you can just show up at Wonderland of America's Mall. And just enjoy. A bunch of kaiju actors will probably be there. A lot of tokusatsu heroes and friends just going out and doing the convention thing, having a good time. So shouts out to Kaiju Matsuri, September 13th, 14th, right? So Ishin Tatsuke, if y'all are not familiar with that, think like Ren 1010, think like one of those people, like, I mean, we just got Naked Gun is about to get a new movie or some shit, right? Like, Japan has other cultural staples, Doraemon, you know what I'm saying, Lupin, that just kind of get, like, reused. And one, they got Ishin Totsuke Cyborg, you know what I'm saying? That's getting a tokusatsu adaptation. I think it's supposed to be coming out next year, or sometime later this year. It was announced in December, but they said late this year. So from other information I see from February, it's looking like it's still looking at later this year. So I'll put more information about that in chat as well. We cycle over James Gunn, right? So every nerd be telling on themselves for real. James Gunn, of course, must be a tokusatsu fan because, I mean, how can you not when you were coming up in the same era of people like Screaming Mad George was, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Screaming Mad George from, Brian Usna joints like Society, Guyver, Bio-Boosted Armor Guyver, you know what I'm saying? That was his effects, right? It'd be hard for the dude who directed Romeo and Juliet to, you know what I'm saying, like, not move in that direction. So it comes out here that James Gunn says he's like hella affected by tokusatsu. Mainly right now, he was inspired by Godzilla -1. So anyone had a chance to watch Godzilla -1? Anyone had a moment to catch up on Shin Godzilla -1? Or any of the other modern entries in the kaiju staple here? Give me a minute here. Dude. So, yeah, let a brother know. Like, let y'all taste what y'all feeling on that. Also, like, we're going to be talking about the 3 or 4 things I've been out here looking at here that I'm going to put this in a segment called Bandai Premium be like, what's your budget look like? What's your budget look like for real? So, I'm going to put each of these out here. The first one, Bandai Premium, Bandai P. Every time you think that you don't got money, they got an item for you and find from within you the little bit. You didn't think you were going to spend money until you bought that tag and crest set from Digimon. That, I mean, yeah, it's 24 karat gold, but like, I'm dripped out. I'm iced all the way out, right? So Bandai Premium right now just announced, first off, for the #1 Sentai look. Look, I feel the momentum, even though some of the episodes I've been watching and enjoying the love and passion for, like, Reiwa's been different for Super Sentai in general, but I've been really enjoying both King Oger, but more importantly, Gozuger, and it's like overall unadulterated love of like the staples, the craft, and mecha. I'm here for the mecha, and to see Gozuger really be about the mechs is just really tight. So when they came out here and announced that you can get civilian cosplays, bro, like, no, don't get that Aniki fit. Don't get that, like, that real cosplay fit, you know what I'm saying? Get that, I mean, come here dressed and kitted and fitted like one of the civilians. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of got me laughing there. Let's see here. We got one more. Gav has the figure arts. Wow, this figure art looks good. See, I don't like some of Gav's designs because I love the colors and contrast, but again, the reuse of the cranking design from Build and a few other things kind of like have me like waver on it. But like some of these cooler forms that have been coming out have been super sick. They said the Gab Sparking Gummy figure art has been announced. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up here in the YouTube chat as well. You know what I'm saying? Again, you can follow me here on YouTube. Unfortunately, my TikTok live key for Streamlabs was revoked or whatever, so I'm not able to do any of the cool doobie-doo here. So I just had to do grunt work here. But just like my favorite Power Rangers, their seasons end in an ass whooping and begin in triumph. So we are not going to let that stop us, right? So, again, the last two Tokusatsu Network Bandai Premium drops out there, and finally, as they were looking at some of us old heads, they know that like Hurricaneger had that 20 years after or whatever. That we know that we every other of these series are now getting like a 10, 20 years after, right? I'm still waiting for my Die Ranger 23 years after, because spoilers for a series that's over 30 years old, right? At the end of Die Ranger, just like Jeepers Creepers, they say that this is a cyclical pattern, right? So I'm waiting for the kids that in the series of Die Ranger, basically they're the old actors, but they switched other, Rangers, you know what I'm saying? So they're different Ranger colors at the end of the season, and different age cosplay or whatever. But yeah, I'm waiting for that series, right? So imagine how I feel about all the CSM belts and all the CSN is custom selection modification, if I'm mistaken, which is like they go like the DX, aka the $60 real, as close to real version of the toy or belt as possible, and it upscales from there with more articulation, detail, manuals, etc., etc. And CSM is like the highest scale of that. You know what I mean? So when you're getting like the CSMs of rider belts or revisits, Shinkinger's getting a transformation cell phone. They say Memorial Edition. Do you see what I'm saying? So I don't know what the Memorial Edition entails. Commemorates the 15th anniversary of Shinkinger. So it will come with call answer buttons. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more articulation, and it looks like it's to actual show scale. You know what I'm saying? Rather than kid scale. You see what I'm saying? So, and again, there's like not only going to be a main transformation mode, the version has 5 other modes, which can be switched by pressing the number pad in the center row. So all the red numbers in the middle. Let's see if we can bring this up on the viewing globe here. I promise you we can get there and watch. All right, did we do it? Yes, we're here. So let's go ahead and read it together, fam. So if you don't see right here, this is the magic row right there, the middle row of buttons. That's going to probably where full articulation is. So it's going to be show scale, LED to get high brightness, to increase the light that came from the DX show version. Right, you know what I'm saying? First time, for the first in history of Super Sentai transformation items, this version of the iconic Arsenal is equipped with a vibration motor that allows transformation play beyond the original DX version, right? And then, of course, the summoning mode, combination mode, Mojikata mode, Daiden mode, and sealing mode, right? Again, they got it like fitting show specifications, so it's gonna be pretty tight. I'd keep an eye out for that. You know what I mean? Hold on, I'm just gonna put this out on the screen here. So I keep forgetting, and that's again we're showing, we're knowing. So as we see here on screen, you see all the other features here, including the specifications. You know what I'm saying? We got summoning mode, combo. This looks like it'd probably be sick for like a good feel for the hands type stuff. Of course, the row of power here. You know what I mean? And hello, everyone in chat again. I'm here for y'all, so holla at your boy. Let a homie know what tokusatsu you keeping up with kaiju. Hello, how you doing? Sorry, I'm not here to actually give you the Streamlabs treatment, but don't worry, I'm still to treat you. Hit me up with what are you watching, grubs and spandex wise, kaiju wise, etc. Right? And I'll even gray area it. I know I'm over here at Rick right now. They got kaiju number 8, the last episode of the season, up. So like, what are y'all watching? What are you enjoying? Glad to have you. If you can see, by also we got the all the other graphics and stuff on YouTube. So same thing, Dive on Dynamo on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, and that will get you. So you when I'm pointing to things, and you're not all lost. But right now we're talking about the Shido phone from Shinkenger. Since we're like in the 50 year plus and over like 20 years plus of Shinkenger, I'm over 30, so I'm getting up there. But yeah, they're talking the Keto phone about to be out here, large and in charge for homies in case y'all are interested in the Bandai Premium drip. You know what I'm saying? They're here to rake you up a color. This looks really nice for real. With like the back half, because the back half didn't have all this like articulation and like it was like all like one label and sticker kind of thing. So like that's really cool, like that little pin articulation. One thing I wish they'd be brave enough to do is a pseudo brush or something with this on the end, right? Henshin.jpg. Do y'all see that? Do we see this? Zoom in and enhance. It says Henshin.jpg. Y'all cute. Y'all real cute, bro. Yeah, so yeah, prepare yourselves. April 10th has already happened. It's for the pre-orders, they said. Or they close off pre-orders April 10th. So Valentine's Day, April 10th. And I think like 990 yen is what? 99,000 yen. So look, we're going to be learning stuff today. That's over about approximately $68. So like $75 or $80 with shipping and all that, bro. So look, they were ready to tell you Valentine's Day. Look, it's either your date or the Shido phone. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all made the right decision. It's your date. It's your date. But you can get the Shido phone too. I promise, bro. But I want y'all to feel that ultimately. Oh, you haven't been able. So, like, I've never been this good at this live stuff in the first place because keeping up with everything. Sometimes you're like a personality. I got to deliver, right? But sometimes while you're delivering, you're not able to turn around and like sit down with folks. So, give me. We'll get the balance, I promise, right? I promise. But we gotta work with each other here. But yeah, that was our news here in Tokusatsu. You know what I'm saying? Bandai Premium's got 3 things you should be looking out for. I personally think while it has never been hurting more preemptively ever, right? You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to that. I'll be right back here. So we're gonna transition into what we're talking about today. I'm gonna be, and I typically only want to give you these as suggestions again for places where to get started. But you can start wherever you want. And my recommendation every time: Toei, Tokusatsu Hero World right now on YouTube, or tokusatsu, right? Tokusatsu. You can watch entire seasons of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai right now. They have them streaming typically too, so you can hop in with other people and watch them live. I was depressed this weekend. My kids left with their mother, so I had my weekend. And what did I do? I sat through and watched all of Kamen Rider Ryuki with a bunch of strangers, right? And it was fun. I had a lot of fun. So you can have fun too, talking a lot of mess, enjoying your favorite enemy, villain getting kicked, you know what I'm saying? Like watching the civilians get saved, whatever it may be for you, you can do that. And it's pretty tight and it's free. So you can start up. I've started my kids on old series, started with new, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry, bro. That's cool. All right, get presents. You ain't got to give. Your presents important. You know what I'm saying? You're a member of the Super Sentai here. Just like a Sixth Ranger, you can show up in my biggest moment of need, right? I just want you here. I just want y'all here. Every member, I said it at the beginning of the outset, right? Last episode, right? Every episode, when you show up here, you're a member of my Sentai, right? Maybe it's a crossover episode. Maybe you want to be here long term, and so you contribute by buying merch, by sharing, by just contributing and give me something to talk about, right? Like, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a member of the Sentai. I'm really grateful for any one of y'all showing up and being a member of the team. So anyway, let us today, Henshin Heroes, I'm here to recommend to you some good tips on survival, right? So I believe my tokusatsu has given me the means to survive throughout many parts of my life, right? I'm going through a lot right now. I'm a veteran who was houseless in 2008, and I'm about to be homeless again at this point, right? But I find strength in solidarity, right? The only way I've been able to make it this far, so far, I'm here at Rick Otaku Cafe. These people have had my back for the 7+ years that I was doing anime at the Alamo, and here they are now, right? If it weren't for the essence of solidarity, we would not be able to survive. And so I want to welcome you all to the second episode here of the Texas Toku team. Y'all as Henshin Heroes, go on ahead and Henshin, strap in, be ready to talk, be ready to listen. Today's content, both of them today are available on Tokusatsu and the Toei Hero World for free on YouTube. So you can go to youtube.com and you look up the Toei Tokusatsu Hero World, or you can go look up Tokusatsu and find Kamen Rider Geats first. You can find the whole season of Kamen Rider Geats to watch right now, and you can watch Kamen Rider Gaim's first 2 episodes, I believe. But again, on YouTube, I'm about to hit the visual aid. So if you need visual aid, there will be. But I'll also chat you here. But what do I mean by like what we got to do to survive, right? Because like I've been here talking to my parents more lately, and I'm sorry, not sorry. Like I served my country both like as a veteran and houselessness. You know what I'm saying? I've served serving the houseless. I serve for housing justice. I serve everywhere I go. And you know who modeled this? My heroes like Gaim, right? People were constantly telling him that he was naive in believing in the things that he believed so deeply and deeply in his heart about conflict, about people, and about passion, right? Now, we're going to find the reverse is true in Geats, but they both use similar methods in their call to action and what they provoke their audience, their kids, their whatever generation to invoke and how they survive. So I'm going ahead and bring that up here. So the points of discussion I'm going to be bringing up here. Let's see here. What? Is this working? Yeah, I'm about to say it's like this. Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. That's annoying. I'm annoyed by this thing. Alright, we're going back. Cool. See? Look. We're learning. So the points of discussion I'm bringing up as per usual, because I feel like this is a theme and I want y'all to actually start seeing the themes, and that having tropes, having a formula doesn't necessarily make things bad. Like vanilla is good. Dr. Pepper is composed of the same 23 ingredients, right? Does it make them bad? No, it just makes them stable, something we can rely on, like each other. So I want us in the Texas Toku team, when we look at other tokusatsu, we look at other like Toei-based Kamen Rider like series, you're going to find some of these trends and some of these habits, and you'll find the one that may have the right flavor, the right seasoning, the right for you, right? So every one of these type of survival series will always do the following. They will pitch you in the journey and they'll ask you, well, why can't we be friends, right? They'll give you a inhospitable environment. They will set up some sort of stakes and some sort of like, hey, your sister, she trapped over there. You stuck in this dimension, right? There's always going to be some sort of churn, some sort of exchange of principle and person that you're going to have to give up. So why can't we be friends? Well, because the system won't allow it, right? That sounds very familiar, right? So that's why I'm telling you today's lesson and and last episode's lesson both will be together, solidarity, right? Now, even in Kamen Rider, a series that's not even based on team dynamics or whatever, talks about the interweavings of like conflict, interpersonal conflict, and what is and isn't important to the growing young man, we would assume, but like everybody, really. You know what I mean? So why can't we be friends? Why won't you be my friend? Like, okay, so you recognize all this, and we're smart, right? Hello, Moshi Moshi. How you doing this evening? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brian and everyone else in chat. Appreciate y'all for pulling up as well. Just chilling out, talking Toku. Really glad to have y'all. So the next point, why can't we be friends? We recognize and we understand that the way to win the system is together. Then why don't we do it together? Well, you start finding out that, again, like, your little motivation and their motivation may be the ones diametrically opposed. Like, I got to save my sister. Well, if you save your sister, I don't have a prom date. Do you see how? You know what I mean? Oh, I mean, I'll shout you out, but not under that name, homie. We have standards here, too, Henshin Hero. But I love you all the same. But how can we be friends, right? So through all our recognition of all these flaws and the tacit conflicts in this system, how do we acknowledge these things and make better? Like, how do we make better from, right? And so this show about grown-ups in spandex and people kicking each other into absolute oblivion and explosions, be talking about some really heavy, like, you at your job, right? De-escalation strategies, things that really tell you, like, whoa, have you ever just thought about talking about it? Right? Talk no jutsu, you know what I'm saying? And finally, we get to this point where then we realize, like, nah, because I have all this power, because I have all this curtness, this responsibility, this hope, this passion, right? In Gaim's case, the naivete of being able to see that war was really about your inability to concede, right? And finding a way to grow up through that. And Geats is the opposite of that, right? Geats does this weird thing that I love with certain Kamen Rider, and I'll name a few others that do this other trope in this Venn diagram, right? Geats and Kabuto do this thing where the main rider is an operator, right? He comes in knowing the suit, the kit, and nothing but the sauce, right? He's got nothing but the farm, and he's doing nothing but putting the aura down to harvest. Do you see what I'm saying? Geats is like you witnessing Kamen Rider Geats through the other Kamen Rider, right? Like the just like Kamen Rider Kabuto has Kamen Rider Kagami. I'm gonna try and remember homie's name because I'm so sorry that I don't remember homie's names. It'll come to me real quick. Kawa, I remember Kawa, but I don't remember his rider name. He was a panda, though. He was a bear, right? Kawa was Kagami. Okay, I'll call my name. I think it's consistent. Kawa in Kamen Rider Geats is the main character, right? Kamen Rider Kabuto, Kagami is the main character, right? I strong feel, though, that those people are like, in Tekken 7, you got this dude who's a journalist who's experiencing the Mishima family and the Mishima clan. And so he's like having to write about what it's like to be in their presence and to go through all their drama and all their baggage as a family. And yeah, I mean, I really think about him. And I really think about this side character balance, right? That one character always has to be naive enough to bring the hubris and arrogance and aura farmer back I won't say back to heel, but back into humanity, right? Back into their own, to understand what empathy and all that stuff. And then the other half of that is, another character's like kindness and passion really bringing them into their own and truly making them a better person. So as I said, why can't we be friends? Two major reasons that we're going to be focusing on is, of course, this game was created to not make us friends, whether it be in life, right? we know that sometimes we'll be thinking that like, oh, I can't share my friend's thing or whatever. I can't do this one thing because of whatever. Like, now Prime K, I'm unking it here, and making a mod would require a lot more capacity than I have right now. I'm sorry. Like, but you see what I'm saying? I have no problem with sharing Prime K right now. Go check out the stream whenever they go live, etc., etc. But right now, we are at a conundrum of I don't know it and I'm learning it. So as I learn it and grow up, please educate me. But yeah, I mean, that's what solidarity is. Solidarity is survival, yet we trust is a luxury, right? I can't trust you right now or myself to keep the stream going, right? I literally showed up today after giving a dope first episode, and my stream key was revoked, right? So, like, I'm over here on YouTube just fine with all the cool graphics, and they see me just... They actually don't see me, because what they see is awesome visual aid, right? But you know what they don't see, fam? They don't see any of the other assistants and all the other, you know what I'm saying, macros here. So, as a matter of fact, you are listening to me through my phone's camera, so I don't even know how that sounds. You know what I mean? So, solidarity is a thing that we should be kind of like really working on as much as we can, as best we can, as often as we can, if you know what I'm saying? And it don't always feel just or right, or it doesn't, like, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't always seem like we're making the most headway about it, but like, solidarity is a continuous process. Look at your boy. Look, I'm gonna learn how to do this real quick and smooth, so that we're not like making excuses the entire... I promise y'all. Bro, like, why did I spend all this time learning how to code and shit if I'm gonna look like this silly on a fucking computer? But yeah, I mean, personally, I'm making sure to up our quality in streams and content. So help me, right? Help me be that solidarity. Help us break this system. Be the writer I need you to be. Henshin and help us digivolve, right? So, we'll survive, but we don't have that luxury, right? Because, like, as he said, there's some people can't give, people can't do this, some people can't do that, whatever. Like, let's balance this, though. Let's balance this with, like, what can we do, right? What can we do, right? And what we can do is survive by playing the game together, right? Like, how can we be friends? We said it. Solidarity, and that's the hardest part, right? It's a privilege. It's a luxury to have solidarity with someone. It's a luxury to have friends that you can rely on, right? Like this whole series, you see how many freaking writers are in here? Now, some of these are movie writers. Like you see right here, homeboy, fuck Michi, he's a bitch. That's a movie. That's from the show, but that's a movie. That's not a movie, but a few of that's a movie. That's a movie. So yeah, but any of these other writers, a bunch of these other writers outside of them being movie only writers, there's still like 12 writers in Kamen Rider Gaim, right? Which, by the way, if you don't know, Kamen Rider Gaim, first episode, we introduce ourselves to one. Why did I fucking forget his name? He's like my favorite writer too. Oh my god, Kota Kazuraba. You know what I'm saying? Kota Kazuraba. He did. Sanogaku is one of my favorite writer actors. He did most of his stunts. Like, and the only reason why he didn't get to do his suit acting supposedly is because he's like really short. He's like 5'5". Shouts out to my man for being accurate, Wolverine accurate comic book height. You know what I'm saying? He made it happen. He's a dream. I love him. He's so tight. But they basically do like the Sengoku Basara type effect, you know what I'm saying? There are two warring factions of dance teams, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of have like this hip-hop battle thing in the foreground. They're, you know, fighting their little, you know, Pokemon sort of collectible thing called in-base. They have the in-base thing where they get to go play, like, you imagine like Graffiti and Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Like, if you do the best trick on this one thing, or if your in-base comes and beats this one thing, you get the card for the dance area, you win the area, right? And so it gets like heated in these streets, right? Like Kota and this other dude who becomes the Kamen Rider Baron, right? Are like the two voices that are pitted against each other. Kamen Rider Baron, banana arms, orange arms. You know what I'm saying? They got like fruit. You know what I'm saying? It's the motif. So fruit, padlocks, lock seeds, and samurai, right? But it gets real, and it gets real personal when they're talking about a queen and her heart, and one of his crushes, all of a sudden her heart's missing, and one of their best friends disappears in a forest in another dimension. Like, things pop off real quick within the first episode of Kamen Rider Gaim, right? And so, with all those things like starting to layer up and build into the intricacies of this plot, we start asking ourselves, how do we find solidarity, right? Everyone's fighting each other. Everything and everyone is not for me, they're for themselves, right? So what do we do, right? You know what I'm saying? So, well, the healthiest part in both of these is we don't really get to necessarily just be friends up front. In Kamen Rider, they give the option of, why don't we be rivals, right? A rivalry is not an enemy, like y'all are not necessarily enemies, but y'all acknowledge the fact that combat may be inevitable, that your needs of one may overlap the needs of another, and there may be conflict, right? Now, when you embrace the idea of conflict, you know what I'm saying, you see these hands, right? These are the two characters in Gates that we have to worry about, Kamen Rider Buffa, Kamen Rider Geats. Yukio Ace is our main character in Kamen Rider Geats, right? Buffa, of course, is a side character. But he's not like a side character, like, again, like we said, our homie, oh my gosh, Ryuga Sato, or, sorry, Keiwa. Ryuga is the actor. Keiwa Sakurai is the character. But Keiwa, right? Keiwa is our secondary character, and he's again like almost like a journalist witnessing the rivalry of Geats and Buffa throughout the entire series, and seeing one dude be all gas and one person be all brakes, right, makes him have to summarize in his edict how we need to move past rivalry and really assert solidarity, right? So between these two series, I really welcome that you sit down and I give the 3, then 7, then 15, right? If you don't get the first 3 episodes of the series, but they were like, right, move forward to the next 7. If the next 7 of that series are like even worse, abort. But if they still got you like, well, I don't know, a person usually dies by episode 13. In every Kamen Rider series, prove me wrong, prove me wrong, prove me wrong, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Any Kamen Rider series, by episode 13, one person has died. Every Heisei era and now Reiwa series has somebody getting oh, right? Dang, the only series I didn't get to. Thank you so much, Bug Boy. Yes, he did it. I haven't watched Gav, so Gotch Heart and Gav are the only two that aren't on my. I haven't been KO'd yet, and that's actually. Thank you so much for highlighting this, because even in Saber, one of my favorite Reiwas like that came out, like they have a not so fast. Dude's not necessarily dead, but he ain't gonna be with us for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean. So you're right, Kamen Rider Gav up to a certain point, because I'm fibbing. I watched up to episode 14. Didn't internalize much. I'd be like writing notes, and I'd be like, I'm autistic, bro. I'd be scrubbing. If I like a writer kick, you know what I mean. So I haven't had a chance to really deep watch it like that. You know what I'm saying? And my kids, like after episode 2, are like, Can we watch something else? So I don't like that they like that. Like, so I'm gonna watch it privately and knock that out. Personally, they've actually been like, my daughter's been watching Blade. She's been watching Ryuki, and then What was another mod? I think she's watching another modern one. Oh, Kiva. I think she's up on Kiva right now. So like, getting them to watch anyone is they just flow through them where they are. But you're right. Gav would be setting again. Reiwa is doing a lot of things where they start shifting a lot of these precedents, paradigms in, and the formula even, right? So as we were talking about earlier, the formula itself doesn't necessarily mean, again, like they got KFC in their herbs and spices, we got Popeyes in their herbs and spices. 23 flavors make a Dr. Pepper, and yet, you know what I'm saying, they found a new spice to throw in some of these and up the dynamic ante. So thank you so much for actually really putting traction on Gav. I gotta watch it all before I can say what I feel or don't feel about it, right? So anyway, as we move forward, fam, difference is there is no way that you gonna keep a good writer down, and that's because Gaim and my boy Kawa, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get him. It's Shinobi, Kamen Rider Shinobi. Damn, right? I hold on, I'm make sure I'm not wrong. No, that's not him either. But your boy forgets that there were so many fucking side writers in this. Like, Lord have mercy. Like, Kamen Rider Shinobi, and then there was this dude, and then Buffa had a thing, and like, Lord have mercy. Like, this era had so much going on with it. Okay, well, I really hate it's Tycoon. Right? This feels embarrassing. Because they called him Kamen Rider Polar Bear in the first episode of Gates. We just watched Gates before we came here today. And I was like, Polar Bear? Isn't it like Tycoon? Yeah, Kamen Rider Tycoon. Kawa, you know what I'm saying? I like... So, thank you. Thank you for saying what I feel with my soul and chest. Kagami is what I actually came to watch Kabuto for. I like Kawa. I like Tycoon. Tycoon ultimately ends up... Because Tycoon crashes out like the way we would at certain points in the series where Gates or Kabuto would feel otherwise fully composed. Or, again, the difference here is we're saying with Gaim feels like he has his whole heart on his sleeve, right? And that no matter how many times you strike him down, he's always going to say, hey, buddy, but do you want to hang out and dance with us? But do you want to do some Fruit Lockseed and Friends with us, bro? And it's like, no, I just want to kick the shit out of something real quick. I just want something to just be right for one. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, shouts out to the underdog, right? Because those are underdogs. Like, Tycoon, Kamen Rider Kagami were both, like, underdog parts of the series, but they're the main characters, right? I argue to I'm blue in the face. Kamen Rider Geats is not Kamen Rider Geats. It's about how Kamen Rider Geats impacted other people. Do you see what I'm saying? And so I think it's very important for us to like acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna really get a full analysis of what makes these series sizzle. What is the best flavor and seasoning of these series if you don't get no one believes in this guy, and yet he believes in himself so hard, so much that from out of nowhere, even his rivals got to be like, yeah, but you don't talk to him. That's my rival. That's no. He sound naive and silly, but that's my silly Billy. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? I gave away everything. So we conclude with, but then how do we do it? And again, I say the friend was in me all along. Geats had to like do that. That guy, that dude, right? Like, Geats came in aura farming like 11 out of 10, right? He came in first episode and was like, oh darn, I was trying to like look cool, right? I was trying to be kakui, sugoi, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the top head M-bomb in charge, right? I'm trying to be the unfuckwittable, right? And he realized how corny that was in the face of someone who's just authentic, right? Because, yeah, like, I mean, it sounds weird when you, at your job interview, say you want world peace, right? But, like, it sounded serious. They didn't sound like they couldn't judge you and fault you on the fact that, like, go do your own homework, right? That wasn't based on that. It was based on, okay, but like, get your ducks in a row. That's very vague, young man. Like, world peace can be many things, right? And so I think the assignment of both shows are to tell you, future Henshin hero, no matter what age, no matter where you are, that you can Henshin right now. And it's all based on the solidarity you give and are willing to receive. Because in both series, right, the heroes are made strongest both when their rivals and themselves realize the gray nature of, maybe I don't need you for this, but I do need you for this. Maybe I don't need you for this, but I do need you for this, right? And they become familiar. They don't become like a Super Sentai, right? Like, that's going to be something for us next week, right? Next week, we're going to be talking about, and let me go ahead and just bring it up on screen right now because y'all saw it. We're going to be talking about my favorite subject in all of Tokusatsu, mecha, right? Is it mechanized? Is it a robot we can pilot? Is it a car? Is it a supplemental vehicle? Was it a turtle that just turned into a humanoid that now is carrying like 4 different spaceships? Like, right? I want it. I need it, right? That is my life, right? Like, bury me in Daijujin, please. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so for all you fans, the robots and mecha, I got several YouTube channels that I be following that I want to talk to about them and their mecha breakdowns. I got several mecha I want to talk about. If I can get one of the homies to come out, I want to have a mecha market where we can talk about exchanging, or, you know what I'm saying, talking about mechs that we have our own, or can, like, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be talking about Super Sentai mecha specifically, but this will be a subject we revisit, much like other shows. I wanted to have like two-parters, multiple parters, but our Texas Toku team is going to be like a Super Sentai series, right? So we're going to have episodes, we're going to have themes, we're going to have before and afters, so you can look forward to our next episode, mecha and Toku. Like, that's just what we about. That's just what we do, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, that's just what we do here. So I want y'all to give it up for yourselves. I want to thank y'all for being here, you know what I'm saying, and chilling out with me here. We want to give you a moment here to reflect on me and the event that we used to do here. Anime at the Alamo was the man I used to do with the Alamo Draft House. We used to do the Texas Toku Tizen as well. Started in 2014. Alamo Draft House did like 2009 with Anime at the Alamo, but I picked up about 2014. We did like 2.5 hours of free anime at the West Lakes Alamo Draft House, and then 30 minutes of free tokusatsu. I do a quick one of these to get you on the up and up. We do prizes, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, we just get to hang out. So if you want more, let me know, and we'll bring it here or we'll bring it to you. So the first way you can support always is support locally, support your community, do the solidarity thing that we talked about today. Go to your local fan sub community, dap them up, thank them, right? If you got to go and be Luffy, Yarg on the Grand Line to get it, like, they weren't doing it for us, so, you know, take the steps. But if the people who are doing it for us, let's do it right. Toei Hero World, YouTube, Tokusatsu World Official, right? Or the Shout Factory, you know what I'm saying, Tokusatsu has official ways of you watching Kamen Rider Geats, Kamen Rider Ryuki, and there are like 10 other series on there. And I think there are about 15 other Super Sentai as well. They alternate some as well, and there's Ultraman as well on there too. So I'm saying, just shoot them off. All of them right now for free at your leisure to watch on YouTube. I want to give a shouts out to the homies at Kaiju Matsuri. Kaiju Matsuri, a More Phenomenal Expo event that will be here at Wonderland of America Malls in San Antonio, September 13th and 14th. You feel what I'm saying? It's free, so just show up. Show up, be beautiful, roar, get that kaiju out in you, and I just want you to have a good time. So how can you support me? Well, I know I told y'all I'm at my lowest moment because I'm not going to fib to y'all. I'm literally houseless. My eviction is already signed. I'm houseless Friday. So we're going to be couch surfing. We're going to be making it work. But I've survived 35 years on nothing but gumption and solidarity. So help a brother out. Share, like, comment, do what you can. I got Big Cartel right now. Texas Toku, txtoku.big cartel. And you can buy our first shirt right now. You can attend our free stream. This is free. You can come to Rick and hang out. You know what I'm saying? I am too, Bug Boy, but like I served my country and I was homeless 2008 as a veteran then. So my country has been playing these shenanigans all the way up to acting like the evil empire and black masking and carting people off without their due process. So until I'm blue in the face or until they give me a new henshin belt, I'm going to be fighting for y'all and y'all's right to be henshin heroes, happy and safe, right? And so we don't deserve it, henshin hero. We don't deserve a world where we can't have joy. And so by any means necessary, I'm seizing it back. And it's for my friends here at Rick, and it's for all you henshin heroes out there who have given me your heart, your time, and any sort of anything to hear me, to skate with me, to paint with me, to go and do housing justice activities. There are levels to this pool, and whenever you're ready to drop in, I'm ready to drop in with you, henshin heroes. We are in this team together, and you are part of my Sentai, and I'll be your Red Ranger until our last breath, right? So I'm grateful that you signed up, that you henshin with me, that you put this belt on, right? I'll be here, right? We'll be here. So I do commissions, right? You can find my commission work right now on consignment at Hash Vegan Eats over here at South Flores in San Antonio. Rick Otaku Cafe on Tuesdays. I'll be here every Tuesday. If y'all want to come in, do some casual, some friendlies. They got the Beyblade tournament here every Tuesday, so you can enjoy some Beyblade. You can enjoy hanging out with the Otaku community. But we're gonna get through this, right? I don't know how to tell my friends, but for 5, almost 6 years of my life, I went on August 23rd, 1993. I was 3 years old. On my Aunt Bertha's TV, I saw Day of the Dumpster, and then subsequently saw Cyclopses. I went through the whole season. I saw my Rangers lose, and the next season I saw my Rangers lose, and the next season I saw my Rangers lose. Can you see it? It's coming. The Rangers lost, right? And what? Countdown to Destruction, where Justin, like he had to go watch them be launched up into space. But guess what? After the Z-Wave, my Rangers started winning. They just didn't give up. They didn't give up on each other, and we can't give up on each other, right? So do the things that are free, right? Share, love Toku, and just keep it up there, right? And we'll do all right. But in the interim, I'm grateful you decided to henshin, whether you're a first member of the Sentai, pick your color, tell me who you are, loud and proud. If you're a Sixth Ranger, this is a crossover. Shoot, what is it? Candelero was a monster, a kaiju was a whole honorary member of the Super Sentai of a Kyoryuger, right? Anybody can do the right thing, and it's always going to be the right thing to be the right thing. So, like, I want you to do the right thing wherever you are. So share, like, comment, do what you got to do. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful for y'all. And until next Tuesday, I'll see y'all, all right? Let's go. Love y'all.